don't think that this is good enough for you, you can, if you don't think it's good enough for you, you can actually exit the group. It's not for people who are not willing to tax their brain. It's not for people who are not willing to take the risks. But what I can assure you is that if you master how to use social media, you will make crazy money. If money is your goal, if making money is your goal with social media, you will not just have fun, you will not just be entertained, you will not just chat, you will make monies that you would not even believe. You will make crazy money. You use it to beyond making money, and that will happen because you will drive your business, you drive traffic to your business, you will drive traffic to your brand. And if becoming popular is your goal, you can use social media and become popular. There are a few tricks, there are a few strategies that others are using and are gaining so much traction. So whether you're a musician, you're a network marketer, you're an entrepreneur, you're a minister of the gospel, whatever you're doing, if you understand how to use social media, you're going to start getting a lot of traction. There are people already who are doing crazy stuff. And I'm sure you observe them. When you go on your Facebook page, they seem to disturb. I mean, they're taking advantage of the social media space. And we're not just talking about Facebook. We're looking at how you can maximize WhatsApp. We're looking at Instagram. We're looking at LinkedIn. We're looking at Reddit. We're looking at Pinterest. We're looking at all of these platforms. Many platforms available you can use to to get the kind of results you're looking for. Again, like I often will say, you cannot use all of them. Well, you can be on all of the platforms. I mean, majority of these platforms, but you need to have a preferred platform. So if you're taking down notes, that's the first thing you want to understand. You want to write down what you want to accept the question. What is my preferred platform? What platform will I use? Will I understand? And when you identify the platform you're going to use, you want to understand everything about it. Some of you think you know Facebook, but you don't know Facebook as you should know it. You think you know WhatsApp. But you don't know WhatsApp that can help you generate money. Most of you don't know that recently, there's something called WhatsApp e-commerce, so that you can actually begin to sell your products and services on WhatsApp. And that is amazing. Most of you don't understand that with Facebook, there is something called Facebook Markets. And we'll look at all of these things and see how we can help ourselves. And then some of you are interested in Facebook advertising. But let me lay certain foundations that's quite critical. What smart people do when they attend classes like this, that they take down notes. Other smart people just listen. But smart guys take down notes, because when you understand stats, because stats like evaluations, stats heightens your, what I mean by statistics, stats heighten your reasoning faculty, enables you to reason, to contemplate, to understand what is happening, what has happened, what is happening, and what can happen, because life is about pattern. In fact, humans we are creatures of patterns. We keep doing things. And so by studying patterns, by studying statistics, by understanding these things, what is happening, by understanding trends, you can know what will eventually happen. So social media, I mean, they banned Twitter, yet Twitter's people interested in Twitter increased. The number of people that were in Nigeria, there are a lot of people who you thought would not continue to be on Twitter, but they got on Twitter. The ones who didn't continue with Twitter never were on Twitter. So we get to understand how people are still using Twitter to generate income. All right? To generate income. Do you know that there are Nigerians who are using Twitter to share the ills and it's still happening in the country? And people who are out of the country are getting to know those ills, because these guys are using VPN and so they're navigating their way around this. So social media is here to say, don't fight it. If you are an entrepreneur and you say, I don't do Facebook, Facebook is for small children, you are joking. I don't do internet, I'm not interested in, you are really joking. In fact, you are a relic. In fact, they should ship you into the 1900s. This is not your era. You cannot not be on Facebook. You cannot not be on social media. It's called public media. It's media that has been democratized. It's media that is for you. It's how you get straight, you go to you bypass all those barriers, all those bureaucracies, and then you go straight to the public, and you can easily influence people. So if you're a pastor, you run a church, you run a ministry, you run a network marketing organization, or you are in and you say you don't do social media, you don't understand what's going on. That's why I build my team. There's a screw is missing in your head. You've got to tax your brain to understand how does this thing work and how can I use it for my advantage. That's the point. That's the point. How do I use the social media to my advantage? I'm going to take you lay setting foundations right now. I want to, first of all, show you some slides, and then we'll probably go and look at a few things, but show you some interesting stats and look at it from different angles, whether you're into business, whether you're into NGO work, whether you're into network marketing, whatever you're a pastor, all of it is the same. You just understand the philosophy, the template, and you can use it to generate a lot of buzz around your business. So let's go right into my subject matter today. Let us talk about, a few things that I consider interesting. Please, if you're just joining in, I'd like you to
We are going to finish
this. Please, if you're just joining in, I'd like you to mute your sound. Chizaba Okeke, please mute your sound. Sanjo, mute your sound. Chinwe, mute your sound. Please try and mute your sound. Sanjo, please mute your sound. Sanjo, mute your sound. Thank you. So that we can have a free flow of whatever it is we're doing today. All right. So let's go back and so having a bit of issues here. Just give me a few minutes. I'll be with you shortly. All right, we're good. Sorry about that delay. I had to make sure the slides were available. And here we go. All right, so let's look at the basic foundation of social media. Let's see how social media works. Social media is a form of communication. Is a form of communication like the media, like the traditional media, all right? And whatever results you can achieve with radio, you can quadruple. If you understand social media, you can do times 10 with social media. In fact, rather than spend your money on doing radio adverts, I'll tell you to spend your money on doing social media, on using social media influencers, on doing Facebook ads, on doing page promotions, on using Facebook groups and doing WhatsApp groups, and making it trend. However, now there's a new development with WhatsApp status that you can understand and get results. So social media will give you more intimate engagement, will enable you get more reach. How do you go about this? But let's get to understand what social media is. I'll just run through a number of definitions. The last definition is what I will go focus on. Social media basically is a computer-based technology that facilitates the sharing of ideas. So social media enables you to share ideas, thoughts, and information through building of virtual networks and communities. Okay, so if you're not building a network, if you're not building communities on social media, then you're not doing it right. It's a social media where the public has to be involved, and you share ideas, and you build a virtual network, and you build communities. And that's why in all of the platforms, Facebook, WhatsApp, community building is key. That's how to grow. That's how to even succeed. That's how to make money. You have to build. You have to focus on community building. You don't just get into social media and start making money. You have to build communities, and building communities can sometimes take time. All right, another definition that is key is a software that offers platform for people to stay in touch, interact with friends and family, as well as market and promote their businesses. So you can stay in touch with friends and family, and beyond that, also market and promote your businesses. Social media is also an internet-based application that gives quick electronic communication of content. Okay, so some people can get their news from social media and so on. And social media is any digital tool that allows users to quickly create and share content with the public. You can quickly create and share content with the public. Now, most of us don't understand that WordPress, there's something called WordPress. You may want to write that down, WordPress. WordPress is a software that is used to design a lot of the websites that we have, not the websites that you see. All right, WordPress. So now WordPress also has a blogging community where these guys socialize, they connect, bloggers connecting with bloggers. We'll get to see that in the future, and how you can use that to connect with people and get them to be part of your community. So why social media? A few things you want to understand. This was gotten from 11th January 2018 by Global Web Index. And people just did a research on 10 motivations behind using social media. Why people use social media? They realize that people use social media, 42% of people use social media to stay in touch with their friends, what their friends are doing. So they are monitoring spirits on social media. They may not like your post, they may not comment on it, but they are monitoring what you're doing. And you'll be surprised one day they will engage you. They just send you a DM or send you a message, inbox you a message, and then you start doing business. They didn't like, they didn't comment, but they were involved. 42% are monitoring what you're doing. Somebody's watching you that can greatly help you. 41% say that they use social media. The motivation is to stay up to date with news and current events. I do that. I want to get current events, news. I don't go to traditional media. I check my Facebook. I check all the platforms I'm in to know that 39% say they use it for their spare time. All right. 37% of people who say their motivation for social media is to find funny, entertaining content. All right. If you're just joining and your sound is on, it's filtering in, please be conscious of it. Just mute your sound so that we don't get to remove you from this business. All right. We know that 34% say they use network, social media platforms to network with other people. 33% say because a lot of their friends are on them, that's why they're there. 30% say to share photos and videos with others. 30% say to share their own opinions, their own personal opinions. They want to be thought leaders, or they want to be perceived as thought leaders. 29% say to research and find products to buy. Wow. So sometimes people go to social media to find and research products to buy. And then 27% says to meet people. This was first done in 2017, but this was 2018. All right, this was based on 77,814 internet users who are between the ages of 16 and 64. These are interesting stats. Now let's look at some more stats that will help you understand the magnitude of this thing called social media. Now, these are the monthly active users of selected social networks, messaging services, what they use them, the messages. what kind of message, how many people are involved in using these platforms to send messages? And also beyond that, how many people are in this network? So for Facebook, we have this must have been 2019, July 2019. This, or that's the latest available. It's nothing. This is by Statista. They say we have 2.3 billion people on Facebook. We have 1.6 billion people on WhatsApp. Yes, WhatsApp. And WhatsApp has penetration in China and India. Facebook does not have penetration in China. Facebook doesn't have penetration as much in India, but WhatsApp has heavy penetration in China and India. Messenger has 1.3 billion people who use Messenger. WeChat is more of Chinese. They have 1.1 billion people. A lot of Chinese guys use WeChat. Instagram is also owned by Facebook. WhatsApp is owned by Facebook. Instagram is owned by Facebook, and they have 1 billion people on this platform. And we have QQ. We have 823 million people. We have QZone. We have 572 million people.
Hello?
We have TikTok. TikTok is emerging. Now, if you're just joining the group, sound is filtering in. Please be careful to mute your sound so that we don't get to remove you. Please be careful to mute your sound so we don't get to remove you. If you are in this system and you notice that your sound is not off, please put it off now so that we don't get to remove you. This is the last warning. We have QZone, that is 572 million people. We have Weibo, that's also Chinese. That's 465 people. We have Reddit.
Hello?
Sorry about that. We had to remove that guy from interrupting us. All right. Okay, so that basically starts just for information purposes. So it helps you to make informed decision, helps you to strategize, helps you to engage. All right, let's look at another very important slide. Now, I'm very particular about NGOs. In fact, earlier today, I had a session with over 20 people from 20 different NGOs representing 20 different non-governmental foundations, organizations rather. And we're discussing about how we can use social media, how they can use social media to do more advocacy, reach out to more people, and also promote their messages, and also make some money, get donors to support them. So global NGOs use social media and realize that 90% of global NGOs have a Facebook page. Most of you don't even have a Facebook page, but if you're an NGO or you're involved in any foundation, you need to have a Facebook page. 72% of global NGOs have a Twitter account. 39% of global NGOs have an Instagram profile. We have 55% of them are on YouTube, 51% are on LinkedIn, 28% are on Google+, 16% interestingly are on WhatsApp. And I tell you, if they understand how to do this more, they can increase their number. Now, 52% of global NGOs have used social media to report live events. Of the 3 live reportings they use a lot of times Facebook Live. All right, so let's jump away from this and go into another very interesting thing you need to observe about social media, how it is influencing behavior, customer behavior, how it is influencing people's attitudes. So now this is a recent statistics. This is 2020 stats. Age breakdown of social media users. Who are the guys using social media right at the moment? Between 13 and 18. Most of them are started getting phones and they started engaging on social media. All right. And 81% of them are using people, especially the millennials who are using social media at the moment are between 18 and 29. These guys are young adults. They are finished secondary school. They are in the university. They just need to start getting to work. They're in relationships. So the 89% of them are using social media. Then working class people, married, having children, settling down. It's 78% of them. So even between 18 and 49, we have we have close to 80, on the average, 80% of people are using social media. Then when it gets to between 50 and 64, right now, I think it will still continue because these guys who are 18 to 49 will grow older and they'll still use social media unless there's something else that evolves in the future. So people between the ages of 50 and 64, 60% of them are using social media. And of course, 65, the older, 43% of them are using social media. Did that make any sense at all to you? Okay, let's leave this alone. Is this important for you? I did start for some NGO guys, and so we just leave this alone. So other reasons for using, why other people use social media: direct connection to your audience. You have direct access to your audience, increased brand awareness, lead foundation, enhanced visibility. If you're looking for visibility, if you want visibility, if you want promotion, if you want increased brand awareness, you have to understand social media. Sharing your work. Some of you have great work. Some of you are great ministers of the gospel. Some of you have great ideas, great content, events, information, projects. They can be put on social media. Connecting with similar organizations. But we need to network with people who are of like minds. You'll find them on LinkedIn. I have a senior colleague who passed on in December to glory. He made his first 58 million naira from just putting his profile on LinkedIn. There's something called LinkedIn, LINKED. LinkedIn is a social, it's for professionals. You can put your profile there. Most of you don't even do that. They are networkers on LinkedIn. They are entrepreneurs on LinkedIn. They are career people. They are security, all kinds of walks of life that there. You don't have a profile there. And you want a breakthrough. You want an international connect. Just by having a LinkedIn, you can get connected to great people. And you can understand how to use that. All right. So you can connect with similar organizations who do things like you. So you can also have it. There are also profiling sites like about.me. About.me is a profiling site where you can put your site, your profile, and then get to relate to people. Then you also use social media to network with people. I use that a lot to network. Getting a message about your mission out there, giving people great insight about your projects. Then you should use Facebook to do reputation management. If you're into PR, if you're into PR rather, and some people they have a job on that. Most of the government workers, there's some SAs whose job is to handle their political employees, their images. So they do that a lot through image laundry, all of that. So it's a job and people make money from that. Crisis communication, that's one of the things that we don't have going for us in Nigeria. In some countries, there are people who are involved in managing crisis. They are always online to help that. Customer service and customer support. You get global impact and relevance, create awareness amongst relevant stakeholders, reach out to potential donors, social workers, supporters, and beneficiaries, prompt response and actions to feed audience feedback. So through social media, you can get messages and respond to customers quickly. So those are the benefits. So why are you not on social media? Or if you're there, why are you not maximizing it? All right, so we now realize, okay, next thing I want to know is what drives social media? What really drives the social media? What should you be putting out on the social media? So the research was done. This was done by Clutch. Clutch is a social media survey in 2017. And then they began to look out for social media marketers, people who were involved in marketing. And this is what they realized. They realized that what had a lot of engagement, that was more engaging, is on social media as of 2017. Maybe it has changed now. People are saying videos have taken over, and I think I agree with them. Videos and images, maybe in other countries, but not in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we're still very careful about our data that we're burning. So we don't have people watching a lot of videos unless it's a Facebook Live and there's a prayer by Jerry Eze or Sam Wee, one of these pastors. But aside that, they won't burn their data to watch your videos unless your videos are short, very short. And most videos that are advertorial or are used to get people are usually short. But let's look at it. Written articles has 27% engagement. All right. People still like to read. Videos have 26% engagement. Images, I thought images should be higher, but interestingly on social media, according to the stats, 24% engagement. So offers and promotions. So for those of you who think that, like I said, that this stat enables us to reason and plan and market better, what if you think that just going to post your adverts on Facebook and get people to buy, respond to you, is far. See it there now, 10%. So when you go on social media and you're directly putting out your offers and your promotions, 10% of people even read it. They don't respond to that. People respond to quality written content, quality videos, quality images. It's from those engagements that you can now promote. So you have to first provide content, first give them value before you can start thinking of any of those things. So it has to be more subtle. So you've seen there now, infographics, 7%, quizzes and polls, that should be great, 3%. Webinars, even when you're putting out webinars, they'll still 2%. So what people follow are written articles, videos, and images. So this will help you understand how to engage more with you. So what drives the internet, what drives social media is your ability to write content and to write copy. So you write those two words down, content and copy. All right. So things to consider when choosing a social media platform. So again, you also want to think of what social media platform are you going to be using, okay? First of all, you want to ask this question, what do you want to achieve with it? Let me tell you what I want to achieve with my social media platform. I want that when you go to my Facebook page, or when you go to my Facebook account, or go to my Instagram account, you know that I'm a public speaker. You know that I'm a trainer, you know that I'm a consultant. You know I'm a capacity builder. All right, that's what I want you to know. And everything on my Facebook account is deliberate about that. I'm a change agent. I want to influence people in that regard. So everything, a majority of the things I put out there on my platforms, all the platforms I've chosen, is in that regard. So what do you want to achieve? That's what I want to achieve. Do you want to sell your market? Then it should reflect in your choice of your Facebook page name, Facebook page groups, and so on. How much time and resources can you invest in managing it? Sometimes you may not be the one to manage your social media account, because if you're going to understand what is called a social media calendar, where you start creating content on a daily basis. On a daily basis, you should have at least 3 posts on your Facebook. 3 posts. 3 quality posts on your Facebook. That's how to get people to be your friends and to follow you. 3 posts on your page, 3 posts on your social media, or sometimes share stuff. You've got to be deliberate about it. And do you have that time? Or do you want to engage somebody to do it for you? All right. We also look at who and what is your target audience. So again, you're thinking that will also determine what kind of content, because your content attracts your target audience. All right. They'll follow you when they know you're giving the kind of content that they are looking for. What is the user statistic? You want to do some research. Which of the platforms will offer greater benefits to you and your organizations based on your mission, vision, goal, and target group? So is it Facebook? There are some people who don't use Facebook. They use Instagram, and Instagram is huge. For those who are entertainers, for those who are into beauty, fashion, food, lifestyle. There's some networkers I know, network marketing people who don't use Facebook. They use Instagram, because Instagram is driven more by pictures and videos. So they want to do a lifestyle. There's some speakers who want to use more of Instagram than they use. So that you need to understand what works for you best. Do you have the quality pictures? Do you have the optics to get engagement like that? All right, so what works best for you? Some people use WhatsApp, or use Twitter. But there are companies that use Twitter because it takes some level of intelligence to tweet. That's why not everybody's on Twitter. It's only intellectuals are on Twitter. When people say that Twitter, people left Twitter, the people that were not on Twitter are not on Twitter. The guys who have huge following on Twitter have people who still follow them. So it takes some level of intelligence to tweet. And it's only on Twitter that if you send a direct message to Ngos Okodriwela, she would respond to you directly, because she most likely handles her Twitter account. You don't just give your Twitter handle to anybody, because it's representative of your quality of mind. You have to encapsulate your thoughts. You have to condense your thoughts in such a manner that people can read and value. And you have to understand how to direct traffic to certain places. So Twitter is strong. So In case of a fallout, what do you do? And then who is responsible for running and managing it? So these are things you want to ask yourself. So let's look at quickly pros and cons of social media. What are the pros and cons of social media? Again, I said, before we get into practical, let's understand the foundation. Don't worry, we'll do the practicals. But by the time I start doing certain things and I start telling certain things to do, you will understand why we do those things, why we say, you must do it like this. You must not do it like this. Like, for example, I showed you a stat where we said that writing is valuable. So you need to understand copywriting. And even as powerful as images are, images is taught best after videos. So you need to understand how to put together videos. Okay. And even writing, you have to understand the dynamics of writing, why you need to master copywriting. When we start teaching you copywriting and getting to my materials on copywriting, then how to write the internet way, you understand the import of it. So what are the pros and cons of public speaking? All right, so a few things. Pros, that's the advantages and disadvantages. Aids quick spread of information. You can go viral. Negative news can go viral. Social media helps people to build on existing relationships, make new friends, reinvigorate relationships that have lapsed over time, facilitate positive societal change, create an avenue for individuals wrestling with mental health, behavioral, and addiction issues, hope, encouragement, and healing from experience of other people. So sometimes you have these places where people share their experiences and then encourage other people through social media. Great tool for personal development and business improvement. So you can grow, you can follow certain people, you can like and follow their pages and then give you quality content on a regular basis. That's the pro. We have more pros. Empowers individuals to make social change and do social good on a community level. An easy and cost-effective way to build a personal brand is the cheapest, actually. Not just the easy, it's the cheapest way to build a personal brand, social media. An avenue of securing jobs, business deals, and contracts. You can get jobs, you can get contracts. There's a certain lady I know who was posting her bags, every different quality of bags on her that's her Facebook page. And somebody called us, I need those bags. And then before you knew, they got a deal, massive deal. You know, people like that do stuff on social media, just putting out content, and then all of a sudden somebody calls you. Crowdsourcing and crowdfunding on social media allows people to collectively accomplish a goal. You can do raise funds for people who have issues, mental, fiscal issues, fiscal health issues, and so on. Facilitate constructive reasoning from people who engage in relevant social discourse. So sometimes you have some who share stupid things, stupid comments, but do you know that you can excavate quality ideas from the comments of people? You can excavate quality content. In fact, you can know exactly what people are thinking about a certain matter. And from that excavation, creates content that will make those people buy. You can start going to content and posts that have huge content, maybe in your area of industry, maybe it's network marketing, look out for that huge content and start excavating people's complaints and criticism about that matter. You draw facts and then you tackle it in your posts. And then you probably tag or you run ads, and those people will see it and then engage you and probably buy from you because you answered their questions. So that's why sometimes it's good to read comments. You go to and you read comments and see what people are thinking, see their line of thought, see how quality their thought is, and see how not quality it is, and get answers from them. All right. So what are the cons? What are a few things that, promote spread of unreliable and false information? You hear the word fake news regularly. Negative impacts, physical relationships. There are times, and this is what people don't like about it, is that we can have people sitting down in a table and all of them are on their phones and they're not with you. They're supposed to have a cool time, but they're having a cool time with their phones. All right. Encourage this time wastage, exposes job seekers and business people to hoodlums like this Umoren story. She got killed because she was looking for a job. She put it on Twitter. Somebody got across to her and then she was invited over and she was killed, raped and killed. Those kind of stories happen. Constitutes brain dysfunction for people addicted to social media. So that's another very funny thing. Engages positive change activities, facilitates cyberbullying, the people who cyberbull, the people who stalk people, could be an avenue for stealing, duping, and extorting people of their hard-earned money. Users are vulnerable to security attacks such as hacking, identity theft, and viruses. Exposes individuals wrestling with certain mental health, behavior, and addiction issues to social stigma. So those are the cons of. So, and there's a middle ground, as with any healthy relationship, use social media. The use of social media should have its boundaries. Okay, so you do it discretionally. Social media should be used sensibly, constructively, and in moderation, because you must have a plan and an aim as you get into this platform. So let's look at several social media platforms and what we use them for. So let's start with social networking: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, that's for social networking. So me, I think you should be in any of these three. If you want to reach out to professionals like you want to look at LinkedIn. If you want to reach out to intellectuals, you want to connect, DM intellectuals, you go to Twitter. If you want to do everybody, everybody go to Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. All right. For photo sharing, and that's why it's driven more by photos. We have quality pictures. You're a photographer, you're an entertainer. You want to try Instagram and Pinterest. Pinterest is not popular in Nigeria. Popular in South Africa. It's popular in America. Popular in European countries. Interesting site too. I'm not on it, but I think I have a little idea about it. Something that you can, if you're interested in sharing photos. Or video sharing, we have Vimeo, we have YouTube, we have many others like that. Interactive media, very interactive, very interactive media. We have Snapchat, we have TikTok. TikTok is huge, but TikTok is bigger than Snapchat. TikTok is like the biggest thing right now with 500 million subscribers. Amazing. Then, like I said, we have blogging and community. This is another level of, after Twitter, I think bloggers are at another level. Anybody who is blogging and you can connect with them, and then you can do great stuff with them. You can exchange quality ideas, and they can invite you to South Africa, invite you to Singapore, just because you are their intellectual plane. Tumblr, Reddit, WordPress, those are the different social media platforms that you may, so again, choose. What's your objective? Do you want to just network and use this networking part? Well, Facebook would be good. Of those three, do you want to interact? Well, Snapchat or TikTok will be better in interactive media. For photo sharing, I'll pick Instagram. I want to do a lot of photo sharing. For video sharing, rather than Vimeo, I'll choose YouTube. And then for blogging community, I'll not even pick Tumblr and Reddit. I'll pick WordPress. I'll do WordPress and get the results I'm looking for. So these are different social media platforms that you can pick from, and their strengths, what you can use them for as an entrepreneur or as anybody you are. All right, so social media as a business or social enterprise tool. Okay, so if you're not joining us, I'd like you to mute your sound. Someone just came in and I'd like you to mute your sound. If you're not taking advantage of social media space to grow your business, you're missing out fast, or you're missing out on a fast, inexpensive, and effective way to reach almost half the world's population. Isn't that amazing? Almost half the world's population. So this is some stats from January 2021. Because we're doing 2018, 2017. Let's look at 2021. Let's see what it has here. We have the total population in the world is 7.83 billion people in the world. And out of these 7.83 billion people, 56.4% of them are in the urban areas. All right. So mobile, now we're in the mobile age where people are using a lot of mobile phones. So unique mobile phone users, we have 5.2 of these 7.83 billion people, 5.22 billion people are using their mobile phones. So that is 66.6% of the world's population are using telephone. Okay. Now, internet users, we have 4.66 billion people who use the internet. So in the world population, that's 59.5% of the world's population use the internet. Active social media users, we have 4.2 billion people are active social media users. What that means is that we have 53.6% of the world's population are active social media users. So why are you not there? If 1 million people give you ₦1 every month, that means you're making ₦1 million for 1 million people every month. Is that possible? It's possible. It's very possible. So we'll look at all of that. So we'll start looking at a few other things before I'll pause a bit. I'll take a few questions and I'll probably go practical. I'll just pause a bit after a few minutes and we'll see if we can do some practicals today and continue some other time. Maybe continue on Saturday, this conversation. So social media, basically, we're looking at visibility, we're looking at connectivity, and we're looking at branding. Show yourself, connect to people, brand. Show yourself, connect to people, brand. And that's what marketing is all about. Appear, connect to people, and then brand. That's literally promote yourself. And that's what social media can do. That's what all these platforms can do for you. Most of you don't know that Google Plus is also a social media outfit. I'm going to tell you, I think for those of you who have followed me for a while, you know the unspoken rivalry between Facebook and Google. And there's a huge rivalry. You get to understand, and these are platforms that can help you have visibility, connectivity, and branding. So there's social media marketing. So there's social media and there's social media marketing, where so you're conscious of visibility, you're conscious of connecting, and you're conscious of branding. So we have just discussed social media. Now we're discussing social media marketing. So let's look at a few things. I'll just read through. You don't have to write them down. The use of social media platform to connect with your audience, to build your brand, increase sales, and drive website traffic. That is what social media marketing is. It involves, this is important now, social media marketing. Hey, listen, social media marketing involves publishing great content. So that is the work. It involves publishing great content. So if you want to do business and you want to succeed, you must be a content creator. Content is king on the internet. It involves publishing great content on your social media profiles, listening to and engaging your followers. So first of all, you create content and then you listen to what people are saying and then you engage your followers. This is beautiful. You analyze your results and then you run social media advertising. So this is what social media marketing is. What is social media marketing? Publishing great content, listening and engaging your followers, analyzing your results, and running social media advertising. If you're not doing that, you're not doing social media marketing. You could be doing social media, but you're not doing social media marketing. Marketing is struggle. The challenge is create content. When you create the content and put it out there, listen to and engage your followers, people that follow you, analyze the results, all right? And then finally, run social media advertising. So you must be paying, you must be advertising, doing paid advertisement, whether on YouTube, on Google, or maybe on Facebook, most likely on Facebook. So what are the 6 core pillars of social media marketing? What are the 6 core pillars? The 6 core pillars of social media marketing. Hey, write this down. Because when we start going practical, this will help you understand why we do what we do. The 6 core pillars of social media marketing. Number 1 is strategy. So you cannot be on social media, on Facebook, on WhatsApp, on Twitter without having a strategy. Strategy is, what is your goal? Which social media platforms do you want to focus on? You have to have a focus. What type of content do you want to share? Strategy, very important. Strategy, very important. Strategy will save you stress. Strategy will give you, so you have to start thinking strategy. That's why I said, if you're not ready for this, get a social media team for your business. Get a social media team for your church. Get a social media team for your NGO. Get a social media team for your network marketing business. You've got to put together people because strategy has to be discussed and content have to be developed. It's not going to be easy like that. You're not going to sit down. You've got to either be doing it yourself or get people who will do it for you, who will come up, synergize, come up with content. Number 2, planning. There has to be a plan. It has to be what is called a social media calendar. A social media calendar where you deliberately post things on a weekly, daily, sometimes daily, most times weekly, monthly basis. There's no day I don't post at least things on social media. Whether I have engagement, whether I'm tired or not, I do it on a regular basis. Okay? And then publishing. Then listening and engagement, you listen, you read all your comments. In fact, what I do is I do not read all my comments. I like all my comments. And then once I can respond to, I respond to them. Analytics, you want to begin to do analyze, okay, in the last 1 month, how much result have you gotten? Okay, analytics and then advertising. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 5 you have here. Actually 5, not 6. So 5 core pillars of social media marketing. Sorry about that. It's 5 core pillars of social media marketing. So let's look at a few things. You're going to start posting on your page. You're going to start posting on your, what do you do? First thing that will drive traffic to your spots, will start increasing your followership and your friends. Who start wanting to be your friend. One is pictures. Pictures, interesting. Try this on your group, your Facebook group. Try this on your Facebook page. Polls, put up a poll and see what happens. It's a trials. Events, all right. Encourage the like button awareness, the simplest form of feedback, all right. Ask people to comment. Ask people to comment. When I put out any post, I like my post first. If you don't like your post, well, why would anybody like your post? I like my post first. When anybody comments, it doesn't matter it's stupid or I like it. I either like it, I show I'm surprised, because you have plenty options in the emojis. So you can like, you can be surprised, you can be angry, you can be wowed. So anyone that, if I read the post and I'm like, wow, I'll just click on wow. And so I engage my people there. So sometimes you can even ask people to comment on your posts. So let's use some tools on social media. There's certain tools that we'll probably need to use on social media. What are those tools? Let's look at some apps that, as we go ahead, as we work together, we'll start understanding these apps. Apps that may provide opportunities to post more effectively or efficiently. So we have social media scheduling tools that can enable you to, schedule. And before you just load them, you load the posts and stuff, content there, and then without you being present, those things are just posted thrice. Like there are many companies that use that, many individuals who use that. They're not the ones actually posting. People, not just people now, there is a scheduling tool that enables them. There's also social media analytic tools. You want to analyze how fast so far your operations on social media, the tools you can use. There are social media engagement tools. There are social media listening tools. There are social media monitoring tools. There are social media automation tools. That's what we look at email, where you can integrate email marketing to your social media, where people who participate in your platform can basically start receiving content, either messengers. There's an automation where you can receive messengers content from you regularly, or you can take them to your email marketing platform and then they receive automated messages. There's Facebook marketing tools, there's Twitter marketing tools, and there's Instagram marketing tool. What can social media scheduling tools do? When we say scheduling tool, what are we talking about? Share the same content to multiple profiles and networks with a single click. Share the same content to multiple profiles and networks with a single click. At the same time, you click and it's going to Facebook, Instagram, all of the platform, YouTube at the same time. Use your unique social media data to automatically post content when your audience is most engaged. Queue and publish the same post across multiple profiles in one step. Plan and organize all your social content with the help of a dynamic calendar. That's what your social media scheduling tool can do for you. So if anyone that is sharp now, write on his note, social media scheduling tool. If you're a very busy person, write social media scheduling tool, and then you go to Google and search, what is social media scheduling code tool? If it were you, I'll do that. I'll go to YouTube and search, what is social media scheduling tool, or social media scheduling tools for busy. And then you look at for that. And you can go to Google Play Store and search social media scheduling tool apps and see what comes out. And then interact with those things and use them and see how they can, some of them can be effective for you, some of them may not be effective for you. But most likely will give you recommendations in the future. So let me give you some recommendations that will help you so as to save you the trouble. 8 top social media scheduling tools to save time. Sprout Social. Let's check it out. Check out the app. okay, or Google it up. TweetDeck, most likely an app. CoSchedule, that's also another social media scheduling tool. Feedly, because it's also an app you can use. You can integrate on Facebook. Airtable, Planable, Skid Social, Post Planner. So check these social media scheduling tools that will save you time. All right, will save you so much time. So what you do basically is you take one particular day or 2 days to write as many contents as possible, just maybe one day for the next 3 months. You have a few, maybe use a weekend to create your content and all of that for the next few months, and then you load it, and then you just do your business. You can even be doing other things, and then these things are just, or you assemble a bunch of guys to put out content based on, you don't just put out content without you doing a lot of analytics. So you put it out there, and then you see how it continues. You're just posting without you being there. You're still doing other things. It will save you time. All right. So what can social media analytics tools do? We have looked at social media scheduling tools. We're now looking at social media analytics. Okay, analytics means basically how they track your performance. So track the performance of all your social media networks and profiles in a single place. All right. There are some tools like that. Monitor the efficacy of social campaigns by tagging and reporting on them individually. See which messages resonate most in your audience and guide your social publishing strategy. Spy on the competition to see how their engagement and growth measures up to your own. Track how quickly and efficiently you are responding to the messages that require a response. See which of your team members are the most efficient and engaging and publishing content. So that's what the social media analytics do. Again, go to YouTube, click on social media analytics, and then listen to what more people talk about social media analytics. Go to Google, do your research on it, and just go to Google Play Store, see some apps that can help you, and then interact and engage. You'll be surprised what you can do to save you time. So social media scheduling tool and social media analytics tools. So we have what's called social media engagement tools. What can they do for you? One, social media engagement tools, what they do basically is, again, I'm not giving you examples, so I only give you first examples. So you go and look up for those ones yourself. That's your assignment too. Cannot be fit, especially for the little amount you're paying or not paying. When you find all of the messages from every network and profile in a single box, notify you when your profiles are seeing a sharp increase in mentions. Okay. Assign messages to individuals on your team who are most apt to answer questions. Show you the full social media history of someone reaching out to your handles. So there are social media engagement tools. Again, Google that up. YouTube it. Play Store it. Check the Play Store for apps that can help you solve this problem. What can social media listening tools do for you? Show you how the general sentiments, or show you the general sentiments social media users have to a specific topic or brand. Analyze entire campaigns quickly and enable you to create social reports. Again, hello, this is social media marketing. So if you're going to do the marketing, that's why you need all of these tools. And again, I won't say you do it alone. I'll say you assemble a team for that project that you're doing. All right, that's when always come in handy. Identify trends in your industry long before they become the newest hot topic. Identify industry gaps, track share of voice, and understand consumer attitudes towards competitors to uncover business opportunities. So that's what social media listening tools can do. So you want to do a check on that too. So we have what's called social media monitoring tools. What do they do? Bring all your messages from your Twitter, Facebook, Instagram profiles into a single stream. Enhance your social media monitoring with brand keywords that uncover valuable social engagement opportunities. Configure the smart inbox with profile, message type, keywords, and dates filters to quickly find out what you need. Create custom tags and apply them to incoming messages to better organize and report on social monitoring efforts. And this is also very beautiful. Automation is king. When you start automating your processes, where you don't have to be there, that's when you build a system, a social media marketing system that runs without you. Create rules to automatically flag or achieve inbound social messages to clear your inbox. There are times you can create something so that any message that you don't need, you just clear it off. All right. Increase your response rate by showing your suggested replies based on your typical social media behavior. So there are times people send you a message, there's a quick response. Most of you do WhatsApp business. So there's a quick response. So you can also work with, you can do that on WhatsApp, through WhatsApp business. You can do that with chat box on Facebook. I'll probably show you these things. Evaluate your effect, how effective your social media, social marketing, media marketing is with automated feedback requests. And finally, I'm going to stop here today. What can Facebook marketing tools do for you? All right, simplify your Facebook posting by scheduling messages to automatically publish. So there are Facebook marketing tools. You want to do that, check for yourself. Delegate and remove access to users to manage your Facebook presence as a team. Okay, most of you who do Facebook groups, you understand this a little bit. Give access to a Facebook CRM, allow you to create messages to individuals, report on your Facebook performance across all your profiles, and dig into your Facebook competition to see and stack how you stack up. All right, so that's where we're going to stop today. I don't know if you see how people with me. I don't know if you got some value. Let me just take a few questions, and then when we take the question, we will now we'll take questions and comments. I will now try and do one or two practical things for you to see, and then we can call it a day for today. So go ahead. Any comments? If there's no comments, any comments, any question? Victor.
Yeah,
Victor.
good evening, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
No, I really do not have any question. I just want to say a very big thank you for the class.
Okay.
It's been impactful. I joined late.
Okay.
I'm currently in NYC camp training.
Yes,
coming back.
Okay. Yes.
That's why I joined late.
Okay. So what did you get? What did you get from the whole thing that we've been talking? What was the thing that got your attention? And when did you join?
It's about the use of social media. Like the other day I met you, you spoke something relating to that. And immediately I got home, I started deploying resources to ensuring that I begin to project myself in new lights with some more reasonable content. And today I took some more step by paying Facebook to make me more visible to a larger audience.
Wow, that's beautiful. You paid Facebook to make you more visible to a larger audience.
Yes.
Do you mind sharing how much you spent on that? On doing that?
Well, let's say it's less than 10,000 actually.
Okay. For how long?
Less than 10,000. Well, they really did not specify, but anything I post between now and next month, is going to cover. I think it's going to cover for maybe about 5 months or so.
Wow.
It was a friend that introduced me to that. So I'm going to do that.
I'd like to know exactly what that plan is, because I'm hearing, somebody said something along those lines to me recently. And I'm like, hello, I don't understand what's going on. Because, Facebook, they're always evolving, coming up with fantastic ideas. So maybe we'll chat about this. If you have more content, more ideas about it, we'll chat about it and see how we can make it happen. Well done, Victor.
Oh, okay, sir.
All right.
No problem, sir.
So thanks for joining the class.
Sir.
Yes. Who else again wants to say something? Love, George, you're a man of God. What did you learn? Did you start with us from the beginning?
No, let me.
Okay, so he's not ready yet for us. Okay, Dr. Oko, did this make any sense at all to you?
Hello, Dr. Essien.
Yes, go ahead, man.
Hello.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I joined very late.
Okay.
We were talking about social media engagement tools. Then I
Okay.
heard social media tools.
Okay, no problem. Let's reach out to people who were in class early enough, who joined the class early enough. Dr. Oko, you want to say something to us? Okay, you cannot talk to us. Okay. She's about okay. Go ahead, man.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Okay. My question is, I want to know whether we can incorporate all of these social marketing tools in Facebook.
Yeah.
Is it possible?
It's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
Again, not all, though. Not all. You know, again, like I said, you do your analytics. For me, I don't like the fact that I don't like to schedule my post and leave it alone, because things happen. You know, I don't want to load a scheduling tool and then leave it alone, allow it to just post like that. Because if you don't know what will happen in a few days, there's a new trending topic that may come up and you may want to discuss and talk about it. So I like to, if I'm going to do any schedule, I'll do it in a few days, maybe 1 week or 3 days, and then let it be. Or not even do it at all. Engage my team to watch the trend, excavate ideas, and then post. I think that's a better way than scheduling. So you don't want to use everything. You want to, of course, analyze, then post.
Okay, sir.
Well done.
Okay,
So
another thing, sir. Okay,
go ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
How can one be able to create good content?
That's what we're going to. Where do you get content from?
Yeah, where you can get content from, and how you can create and develop a good content.
Okay, so first of all, were you writing in this class?
Yes, I was.
Okay, so there are many places you can get content to write. Sometimes this content doesn't have to be your content.
Okay, you said you can excavate from people.
Yes, you can go to Essien. You can go to Essien.com.
Essien.
Ezine.com.
Ezine.com.
You can go to Isnare, ISNARE.com. You can go to Elance, ELANCE.com, and get ideas. You can go to Wikipedia, WIA. Of course, you know that one now, Wikipedia, and get a lot of ideas. You can go to Quora, QUORA.com, and get a lot of ideas. Now, so those are places you can get. You can go to I already mentioned Essien. You can go to Google and search. Go to YouTube and get content. Just put content out. Again, you want to identify what area are you going to be focusing on, and then you get the content. Now, if you're going to use somebody's content, please do not plagiarize. Acknowledge the person. Yes, acknowledge the person. Not bad, but again, you can get different ideas from different people, read on it, and then come up with certain content. Now, content doesn't have to be long. Content doesn't have to be long. Arubasa, please, your sound is filtering in. Arubasa, the sound is filtering in.
Okay.
Please mute the sound. So content doesn't have to be long to be effective. Some of you are thinking when we say content or looking at a whole, no, it can be short. It can be short and get very effective. So it's not about long content, all right? Any other question? I want to do something practical before we start. I want to start practical. I want to just show you something on Facebook. I've done it for something before, but let me just show you something on Facebook before we leave. Oh, somebody's noise is coming in, it's filtering in, and we need you to mute the sound. Oh, I'm going to have to remove you. I'm so sorry. It's like you're not here with us. Sorry. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to go. I'm going to have to go. Let me just do show you some things on Facebook. I've done it for some people before, but let me do it again for some people who do not know. Most of you don't see a few things about Facebook that we probably will just look at before we continue. Let's look at my Facebook account. So if for those of you who this is my Facebook account, and on Facebook, this is my Facebook account. I'm going to show you. I click on those three lines, and you will notice that I have I'm in 35. I either own some pages or I'm in 35 pages. So I click on your 35 pages, and then you see that there's some unpublished pages I've not put out here. eCooperative Africa, Front Elite Schools. I was actually managing their stuff yet. I manage Nigerian professional speakers. I have for my brand, Judge Essien. For my school, Podium Dynamics Academy. I have Judge Essien's training system, Recharge with Heroes. I'm also managing a certain pastor, Ayo Oyewale's Facebook account, who give my company that, and I manage it for them, and they pay me to do that. L&E Studio is my company. This Joy Primary Schools, I designed their website for them, and we are also managing their social media account. My company handles that. Emeka Talks, L&E Studios. We have 2 L&E Studios accounts. Edisana Steven, Peculiar People, I Animate, Team Precious, Past Priska, Super Life. This is a network marketing company. We're also managing their Facebook account. We're running ads for them. We're helping sure they get engagement. We have Super Life Unique STC 30. We're doing stuff for them. Long Reach Rising Stars. Okay, I'm admin to Ngozi Udoso. We have Wonders of STC 330. We have Blue Sky Development Foundation. That happens to my own. Wealth Builders is also a language stuff. Wealth Builder Squad. We have Faith, even our Faith and Oriflame team, Kemi. So we have some network marketing companies, individuals who run teams and say, okay, manage our stuff for us. We'll pay you this every month. Put content, just engage the place, help us build a community. Because again, I said, when it comes to social media, you have to build a community and all of that. So those are the people we are working with. So those are the pages I have. Okay. Now, the next thing that you also notice here, aside the pages, is that you can go to groups. I also, please, if you're just joining in, I'd like you to mute your sound. I have, you see your groups, you can discover groups. Now, I'll tell you one thing about groups. Most people don't understand that when you want to engage, you research first before you engage. So if I click on discover, I'll search, I'll do that probably. I'll search on any topic, on any, maybe network marketing or products or something. I'll just search, and then I'll start looking at what people are saying. Just read, follow through what people are saying. And then from there, I can either comment to draw traffic, comment and put my signature link to draw traffic to my own group or to my own page. I'll discuss that in the future. But I also have your groups. I've also created groups. So for some people, because I told you about community building, you see, people have been inviting me. These are the people that have been inviting me to join their groups. All right. And I've not yet entered. I can delete, I can decline. But I also have certain groups that I work with. Public Speaking School Online. In fact, I updated it 2 hours ago. Digital Marketing School, unfortunately, I updated it 2 months ago. I need to work on that, and so on. I have Coach B, updated 6 months ago, that I manage. And these are other groups that I'm involved in, that I'm in. All right. Judge Essien's Inspirationals. I was there an hour ago. E-Ministry, that's for pastors. I was there a few minutes ago. Nigerian Professional Speakers, Rant HQ. I'm just a member in all of these places. All right. So those are groups. Those are groups. I can discover certain groups. I can go to the search button. Okay. Okay, this is Big Brother Shine Your Eyes. And interestingly, you'll be surprised to know that, I mean, look at these guys are sending me stuff. Acquirebone made in Acquirebone showroom. They're sending me stuff on humor, on science, on travel, on buy and sell. So you can create a buy and sell group. You can create a group that gets a market for people to buy and sell. I'll show you some on business, on style, on animals, so many things you can do by creating groups. You should look at that, even giving you the options to join as many on romance, on all kinds of things. Uyo Open Market, Big Brother Nigeria, Tony Ilumili Foundation, 2021 applicants. You can join the groups. There are many groups you can join, just so that you can see why am I joining these groups? I'm not joining these groups because I like what they are doing. I want to see what others are doing. I want to be able to comment actively on some of these groups. Now, let me say something to you. Look at this group called Rant HQ. I'm going to click on it now. Rant HQ, let me see if I can get to their, okay. Rant HQ is probably one of the biggest and largest groups in Nigeria. It's a private group. Now it's a private group. There was a time when she got to 1 million, she now insists that everybody pay her 500 naira. People pay her 500 naira. She got a lot of us to pay 500 so we can remain in this group because she puts out a con. Her name is Susan Adekoka. And this is a group. She has been able to grow this group to 1.3 million. Obviously, it took her some time. It didn't just happen overnight. And in this group, she has rooms, she has mentorship, she has announcements, she has topics, she has photos, she has events, she has files, she has albums, she has recommend. She has created an organized group in such a way that it is very, very interesting. All right, because she has a disclaimer, she has topics in these groups, then people can comment. And you see, if you comment, as an admin, if she allows you to put your comments here, you'll get as many as 1.5K likes, 7.1K comments. Actually, if the content you're putting, like I said, content is not necessarily about the length, it's about quality, about relevance. It's either you're spontaneous or you're working on spontaneity or notoriety. So do you actually get to your tea? Look at simple question like that. Somebody asked that an hour ago and people are making comments. So I can come to this place. Can you cook food without tasting it? I can come and make a comment here. And then I put my link, my WhatsApp link, or I can put my Facebook page link at the end of the comments. Okay, I'll teach you some things, and I can even shorten my link. I can shorten my WhatsApp group link. All right, by using bit.ly, bit.ly. I'll shorten it and then I'll put it there so that people can follow me. That's how to increase your content. All right, so this is a few minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, the admin had just put out something, and see, interesting she's doing. She's telling stories. In my church summit business church Abuja, we are fasting. She's telling a story, and then people are going to start commenting. 8 minutes, she already asked for 3 likes. So and on and on, on and on and on and on. So people you can create a group and grow the group over time. That's how this woman, she has made so much money from just doing made connections, made people. So I had to click on that for you to see what we're talking about. Okay, let me click one of my groups so you can see one of the groups I have. I have 3.2K members in this particular group. If you're into public speaking, you should be in this group. You see me put stuff. I also allow people to join the groups. This is where you have your settings, where you can do things. You can check your growth. You see, we're talking about, you can schedule posts. We're talking about scheduling tools. So these are things, even your groups is designed, your Facebook group is designed that you don't even need those apps. With your Facebook group, you can actually, see what you can do. You can actually go to schedule, you can schedule posts. I don't have any scheduled posts. If I'm posting it, I can schedule it, I can schedule posts on and leave it alone. And then they'll just automatically be posted in different groups. I can check the growth of my organization the last 28 days and see how fair I'm doing. This analytics between June 6th and August 3rd. I can look at it and see how many people are approved between June 6th and August 3rd. I've approved. 75 approved people, and no, I can see pending. There's a new membership request. I can click on that and add, because you see, when it comes to the internet, it's about numbers. Oh, this is not responding to me. So Facebook wants you to do groups that it wants you to do. Sorry about that. Facebook wants you to do groups that it wants you to do, that it wants you to do, even your page, because community building is the goal. Somebody is asking a simple question here. What was that question the person is asking? Saying, what's the difference between content writing and copywriting? We'll look at that and discuss that in the coming days. Let me not stretch us. We've already done 1 hour, 30 minutes of conversation, so I don't want to stretch us beyond this. My network is already telling me that, hey, guy, you have stretched. So let us reschedule, let's reconvene again and continue this discourse, complete our stuff, and then continue this conversation on Saturday. And then we'll start going practical. I hope you got value today. We have 11 persons who still remain with us. Some people have left. So let us see again soon. God bless you. If we have no comments to make, Adana Chikaze, what question are you asking? Okay, thank you, sir, for the session. God bless you. We'll go. So we'll see again soon. And hopefully that will be okay. Okay, it's good that I know that you had something going for you. God bless you.